Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be testing out some new high-end products, so if you'd like to see a makeup tutorial and a ton of first impressions, please keep watching. So whenever I sit down to do these videos, I always like to use a foundation that I know I already like, so that way I feel like that gives the other products like a fair chance, you know what I mean? So the first thing I'm going to be trying out is from Too Faced, and it's the Plump to the Max Plump and Prime Primer. I actually bought it in this set because any chance I get to buy like a smaller version of the full size just to try out, I'd rather do that instead of buying the full size, so that way I'm not stuck with it and I don't like it. But I've heard nothing but amazing things about this primer, and then it also just came with the lip injection. So this says, I believe you can use this as skincare too. So it says Plump and Prime is our first ever plumper for the face. Jawline feels more lifted in just 3 days and cheeks are plumper, bouncier over time. It is proven to diminish the appearance of lines and wrinkles. A collagen plump elixir and superstar peptide help boost skin's natural collagen. So it says use during the day to prime skin for flawless makeup application and use again as a serum at night to visibly plump and lift skin. So I figured if I like it, I'll just buy the full size and I'll probably just do what it says. So here's like the little lip injection and use it at night too. It's kind of nice that it's like a 2-for-1, you know? And I love the packaging. Too Faced always has super cute packaging. So I'm just gonna go for maybe 3 pumps, kind of like 2.5, and just put it everywhere. There's a nice like clean scent to it. Ooh, I feel like my skin is like soaking this up. Might need to get a little bit more for my neck. Drying down fairly quickly. Has a slight sticky feel, but nothing crazy. So I don't know why, but that last clip didn't save, but I was just letting you guys know that I was going to leave you guys for a second so I could apply my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is in the shade 5, and I don't know if the primer just doesn't go well with my moisturizer, but when I put my foundation on top and I blended out the sponge, it started like peeling. So it started kind of like balling up and coming off my face. So I'm gonna assume it's the moisturizer that I used is just coming off underneath, like it didn't go well with that Too Faced primer. Or it is that primer, I don't know, but I've seen a lot of people use it and I've never seen anybody say that it comes off, you know? Let me know if you guys have tried this, if that has happened to you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some concealer as well. This is from Amazing Cosmetics. I love this concealer. Actually full price, it's kind of pricey, but I got it for half off, so I snatched it up real quick from Ulta, and it really is amazing. Like, it's full coverage, it blends really well. It's definitely one of my favorite concealers. And this is also in the shade Ivory. A little bit goes a long way. So I don't have any new cream contours to try out, so I just went in first with my Anastasia contour stick in the shade Fawn, because I really like to use like a gray one to add more shadow, and then I like to use a more bronzer shade to add more bronzer, so I don't just look flat, if that makes sense. So this is the Hoola Quickie contour stick. So I just mix the both of them. I put the gray undertone one down first and then the more bronzier one on top, if you could see here. Also on my nose and my jaw. I'm gonna skip my forehead today because I plan on wearing my bangs down. So for brows, I'm gonna be trying out this first. We'll see how it goes. We might need to add something else, but this is the Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel. The only thing I've ever tried brow-wise from Anastasia is the dip brow and a brow pencil. I've never tried this. This is in the shade Granite. So we'll see. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm. It's a little dark. You can see here. Well, let's go for it. So I figured I could go with this first, and if I need to fill in anywhere else, I could. On one side, the bristles are a little bit longer. So fingers crossed. I'm just gonna brush up my brows. I mean, I am into the dark brow right now, so maybe this will be okay. As far as I can tell, I like the color of it. Just feel like not a lot is coming out. There we go. I like this brush too a lot. I'm definitely gonna have to clean this up. I really like the color though. I was kind of scared, not gonna lie. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I have tried her clear brow gel too. I forgot about that, and I really did like that. I just haven't had it in a while, so I forgot. But so that's what it looks like with just the brow gel. I do like the color, love the spoolie. I'm gonna have to clean it up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my normal like brow routine. I use a ColourPop pencil and then I'll use some concealer to clean it up, and I'll be right back. But I wanted to see what that looked like by itself, and like so far so good, but I definitely think that I would have to use it as a brow gel. I can't just use it by itself. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I just want my brows to be a little bit darker. Let me be honest, I've had better brow days. I feel like it didn't really dry down, and it was like leaving dots above my brow. So I feel like I had to go back in and clean it off, like clean it up like 3 different times, and they feel sticky still. So it just transfers a lot, which is weird to me. I'm definitely not a brows first person, but I feel like if I wanted to use that, I have to be. So I don't know about that. But yeah, when I do this, it just kind of like, it definitely has, it's like I would have to do my brows first, and that would have to be like my last step, because I feel like if I try to go in and kind of like mess with it, you know, it just like flakes off and it doesn't look very good. Not a big fan because of that reason. I mean, maybe, so I usually get my brows laminated and tinted, and the only thing I put on them then, well, I don't put anything on for like the first week or 2 because they're perfect, but when the color starts to fade and like the lamination kind of starts to wear off, I like to go with a clear brow gel. So I feel like I could use that instead to keep the darkness of them, but this and only this, like no other eyebrow product, I think it would be okay. So, and I went ahead and blended in my cream bronzer and contour. This is what it looks like afterwards. So I blend it out with a brush, and then I just go over it with a damp sponge to make sure it's all blended in. So I figured we could try this out. This is from Lorac, and I've seen all over TikTok that people are comparing the new Huda Cherry Blossom loose powder to, what was it, a Givenchy one? I can't remember, but they're comparing the 2 of them. I really can't remember the other one. And I was like, dang, I forgot. I had one from Lorac. Like, Lorac is slept on. I swear, like, Lorac used to be one of my favorite brands. Like, in my opinion, they have the best lipsticks. But I have this in the shade Soft Rose, so I thought that would be cool to try out. Pink under eye. Okay, so when I'm like really fair, right now I'm kind of coming off of a self tan, but when I'm like my fairest, I feel like pink undertone concealers look the best on my skin. So I figured we would try this out. This is the Pro Loose Setting Powder. Let's see what it says. Finely milled, ultra blurring loose powder delivers a natural light diffusing effect while instantly smoothing imperfections and minimizing the appearance of pores, fine lines, and wrinkles without flashback. That's what we need. That you can set, bake, and brighten without drying or settling. So I planned on setting my under eyes with this and then maybe bake. I don't usually bake either, but we could try it. Maybe it would be a good idea to bake today because I plan on doing kind of like a darker eyeshadow look just in case we get any fallout. That will save us. I love this packaging. I think, I want to say I have a pink undertone one from Kylie Cosmetics too, but if I can't remember exactly, that means I probably didn't really like it. So I'm going to set my under eyes first with it and then bake a little bit. Make sure I don't have any creases. Ooh. I'll probably set my lids too, and then we'll see how this goes. This is a Sigma tapered highlighting brush. I like to use it for my under eyes. I don't know, I don't really see a difference. Let me set my lids. It definitely clung to some dryness that I have underneath there, which I honestly think it's just my moisturizer mixed with that Too Faced thing. I feel like it did cling a little bit down there, so let's try to bake with it and then we'll work on eyes. I have to finish my face, I guess. So I'm just gonna pick some excess up with my brush and just kind of place it underneath there, and I'm gonna use it to kind of bake the side of my nose too, just to like snatch my nose contour a little bit more. sometimes when I bake, I use a sponge and other times I don't, because I feel like sometimes when I use a sponge to bake, it like darkens up the powder. I don't know if that's just me, but okay, so I'm gonna finish up my face first and we'll move on to eyes. I figured I could finally try this guy out. I've been wanting to try it out for a really long time and I just haven't, but this is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Contour Palette. I'm sorry, it's called the Chisel Palette. It smells really good, like chocolate. So this is the inside. So we have 2 lighter colors to set with. I figured we could use these maybe to brighten up the under eye or carve out, like clean up under the contour bronzer. And then it has all these shades. So to me, it looks like there's 2 shimmery kind of bronzer contour shades and then 2 matte shades. So I figured I will just go in with maybe a little bit of Carrot first right here. I have that Tarte like round one too, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I think that is the contour palette, but I have that too. So I'm just going to use this brush, dip into Carrot, and I'm scared. I'm just going to lightly set that cream. It's showing up a little red, honestly. But I feel like a lot of people like this palette too, so I don't know. A little bit goes a long way. Look at this. Yikes. See, that's why I like to sit down and do these videos. Because then I can try them all out at once and be like, okay, now I know not to use that with that and so on, you know? Okay, so I'm just going to tap into Carrot and Princess Cut. I'm just going to add a little bit down here just to set that. So that's what we're looking like. I should probably be a little bit careful so I don't go overboard and then there's no returning after that. I'm going to take this like flimsy eyeshadow brush. This is a Sigma Blending E36. I'm just going to barely dip into Carrot and Princess Cut and then just kind of fluff it over my nose. And then I'm going to do the same on my lips. I don't know. Let's take a little bit of it and kind of clean this up and set it at the same time. So I'm going to take the Enhance one, or let's mix both of them. I'm going to take Halo and Enhance, like so, and I'm just going to go right underneath and then kind of flick it down. I really wasn't expecting that Tarte palette to be so pigmented. Like, I guess that's a good thing because then you only need a little bit. You could probably make it last longer, but oh my gosh. I do like it, but wow, super pigmented. So for blush, hopefully this works out. This is from Laura Mercier and it's the Blush Color Infusion. I have the shade Kir Royale. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Kir Royale is what it looks like. I don't know. Wait till you guys see this color. So this is what it looks like. It pretty much matches my shirt, but I figured with a light hand, it'd probably look better on more of like a medium tan skin tone. So maybe when I self tan or get a little bit tan in the summer, but I figured with a light hand, we could try it out because it's just been sitting on my desk and it's such like a unique color to me that I just like really want to see if I can make it work. I'm just going to use this Makeup Geek brush. This is the face buffer brush, but I figured I'll just try it and hope for the best. Makeup Geek's going out of business. Like, I feel like every time I come on here, I'm telling you about another, I'm putting it on the very high point on my cheek. I'm telling you about another company that's like going out of business. I swear. I still have like a lot of her eyeshadows too that I really like, so it's really sad that she's going out of business. Maybe she'll come back in the future. So I just do one like stamp in it and then just kind of pounce it up and down on my cheek. I mean, it looks really pretty. I thought it was going to be a lot darker. And then I like to go like kind of like right on top of my eye. My eye bag, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm just going to do a little dab on my nose. Kind of going over that loose powder too. If you're new to my channel, I love blush. Yeah, this is interesting. I think I like it. I think once it kind of like sets down a little bit and I set my face, it'll kind of more like melt in. So I'm super excited to try out this next thing. This is also from TikTok. This is from Milk Makeup and it's the Flex Highlighter in the shade Blitzed. It looks like such a unique color. This is the packaging. And then look at this. It's kind of like a rose gold, right? But when you swatch it, it's, I don't know, it's just like so pretty. It looks like there's some like pink, kind of like the color of my shirt, like flecks in it, some lighter gold flecks, some coppery flecks. It's just a very unique shade to me, so I really want to try it out because I feel like now I have like a million of the same color of highlighter. So instead of me making excuses like, oh, it's a shade lighter, oh, it's a shade darker, like I need this, I'm trying to look for more like unique shades. So I'm gonna use this Milani highlighter brush and just dip in there. I don't know if I'll be able to put this on my nose because it does look a little dark. And it is pretty sparkly with some glitter, so if you don't like glitter, you probably won't like this, but the color just like is so pretty to me. You can see my lighting always changes when I turn that way for some reason, but it's so pretty, and I think it goes really well with this blush that I picked out. Okay, we have a few things to try out for eyes. I've never tried anything from this brand because they're super expensive. Finally got my hands on a palette and I cannot wait. I hope it's as good as it used to be. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this brand anymore, but this is Viseart, I believe is how you pronounce it. And this is the Neutral Mattes palette. Do you guys remember when everybody and their mom used these? So this is what it looks like. I figured I would just play around and use as many shades as possible. I'll probably just start from lightest to darkest just to get a feel for the palette. Ooh, super pigmented. And I'm just gonna pop that as a transition shade. There's quite a lot of kickback in the palette, but it's really pretty. I mean, so far it blends out really nice. And then just switching to a clean brush just to diffuse the inner part of my eye a little bit. But wow, yeah, they really do blend out really nice. Just going in with a flatter, more precise blending brush. And I'm just gonna start blending down and on the lid. It's like they blend out really nice and like a little bit goes a long way. That's crazy. Like I'm just like tapping in there once and look at all that color. That's insane. Back in with my original fluffy brush. Let's see. I kind of want to like try some of the berry shades. One, because it'll match my shirt. So I think I'm going to take... Let's do this darker one in the crease and then this kind of fuchsia one on the lid. See what happens. It's crazy. I cannot believe, like, I'm barely just tapping in there and look at all that color. That's insane. Okay, I'm gonna put the... Oh! I barely touched that. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. No, I totally understand why these palettes are so expensive. Like, for real. You don't even need a lot. So I feel like this palette will last you forever. And it blends out really nice. Super pigmented, a little bit goes a long way. Blends out like a dream. I cannot get over this. It makes me want... Okay, so this one's like a little extreme. Like, obviously I wouldn't use these berry shades all the time, but I do feel like I would use like kind of like the more neutral shades. So like the first like 2 rows I could see myself using a lot, but I want to see if they have one that's just a little bit more like toned down a little bit, like more of like an everyday look, and I would totally get it because wow. I'm just gonna go through and just kind of diffuse the edges. I'm gonna take a little bit of the fuchsia shade and just kind of blend that up above my eyelid. I always like to do that so it makes my lids look bigger. Makes my eyes look more open. Back in with kind of like the darker maroon shade just to deepen up the crease in the outer corner. I swear my intentions sitting down today was not to do a full-blown like colorful smoky eye, but here we are. I'm just gonna take my clean brush and a little bit of this peachy yellow shade in here, mix the two together, and I just want to add a little bit of that in the upper crease. I'll probably just leave the darker berry on the top and then just do like the more neutral colors on the bottom. I always bring the lightest shade down the furthest, and then the darker I get, the closer to my lash line I get. And I was kind of worried. I thought I was gonna get a lot of like fallout, but I really didn't. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that, but wow, do you guys see that blue color? I have to touch it. This is crazy. I'm just swatching the ones that I didn't use. Wow, like I'm barely dipping my fingers in there, and look at that. Like I barely touched it. Wow. Okay, yeah. Sold. I have to buy another one. So instead of putting any of the fuchsia shades down there, I think I'm just gonna leave it like this and just put like a fuchsia colored eyeliner in my waterline. ColourPop gel liners are always like my go-to for colored liners. This is in the shade Boots. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower lash mascara now, and then we'll do some eyeliner, but I'm gonna use the It Superhero. I haven't used this in a really long time, so I wanted to try it out again because I feel like I remembered loving it. Does anybody else stop breathing when they do lower lash mascara? Just me? I think it's okay for lower lash mascara. I don't know if it's my favorite. Take a little bit more of that lorac powder just to set underneath there so that way I don't get any mascara transfer. Okay, for liner, I'm gonna try out the Tartiste. Why can I never say that? This is the double take eyeliner. That's what it looks like. It's in the shade black. I'm not sure if this is a felt tip or what this is. This is what it looks like. Okay, so it's a gel. Oh, I'm sorry. It's I guess a regular gel eyeliner. I wasn't sure. I thought it was going to be a felt tip. It's going to do like a line across, no wing or anything. Yeah, not that great. It doesn't want to go on top of eyeshadow like at all. Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. I wondered. There it is. There's the felt tip. So one side is a pencil, the other side is a felt tip. I was so confused. I was like, I could have sworn that this was a felt tip. So I don't think it has to be. This is nice. It goes over perfect on top of eyeshadow. I just don't want, I don't need a lot because I'm going to do lashes. But felt tip side, perfect. Gel pencil side. Okay, so for lashes, I'm going to be trying out these Kiss Ever Easy lashes. These are in the style 05. Hopefully you can see them. And they do come with little lash tweezers. I think I'm going to have to trim these down though. They look really long. This is this Tarte eyelash glue. I haven't used this in a while. Usually I would use the Kiss lash glue liner, but I want to try something that I haven't tried in a while. I figured we could do lip liner while I'm waiting for that. So this is from Ace Beaute. I didn't know if this was high-end or not. I think it costs more than drugstore, so that's why I threw it in here. Well, at this rate, drugstore is going to be the same as Sephora. But this is from Ace Beaute, and this is in the shade Be Peachy. That's what it looks like. I gotta fix this side of my mouth, but it's really pigmented and it glides on really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna put on the lash. Not my favorite lash at all. It's like they're super full. You would think they'd be like nice and fluffy, but they're not. It's almost like they're so heavy, they're like weighing themselves down, if that makes sense. It's like super deceiving too, because like when I bought them because they look like they would be like full and fluffy, not like heavy and like this, like they don't go up. I kind of just let that mascara dry and then I'm gonna clip them together. So I figured we could try out this Huda Beauty liquid lip. I don't think I've ever tried any of her liquid lipsticks. This is the Demi Matte one and it's in the shade Feminist. The packaging is really cute. Here to match this lip liner pretty perfect, but we'll see. Ooh, I like this packaging a lot. Okay, and it's one of those like curved doe foots. You can really get your entire mouth done with one swipe, with like one dip, I mean. Kind of has like a coconut smell to it. Something, I don't know, it's not that typical like vanilla scent, but this says Demi Matte, so I don't know if that means it's gonna dry down or not, so I'm just gonna give it a second and see what happens. And I think it matches perfectly with that lip liner though. Like they're both in like the same peach family. So I did the best that I could with these lashes, but they're just not for me. Dang it. I really wanted to like them because they looked really pretty in the packaging. I'm just gonna lightly dust away this excess. And I gave the Huda Beauty liquid lip a little bit of time to dry down and it didn't. So that's okay. I just thought it was an actual liquid lip. I even read the packaging and it says that it's supposed to stain matte on the lips. So I don't really understand. But the last thing I have to try out is the Benefit the Porefessional Super Setter. This is the long lasting makeup setting spray. This is what it looks like. It says it leaves the skin feeling smooth, refreshed, and hydrated. Locks on makeup for 16 hours. Instantly blurs pores. Feels weightless. Alcohol free. Just have this little guy to try out. I'm gonna use my fan too. Oh, okay. Okay, so because it feels so weightless, I couldn't even tell it was on my skin. So I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I legit can't even tell. So, okay, so this is the finished makeup look. What do you guys think? I think we should go through everything and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, so in no particular order, I'm just gonna go through everything. So the first thing is the Porefessional Super Setter from Benefit. I feel like, ooh, okay, JK, it made my skin look really nice and it really did blur my pores right here. Okay, so I take it back. I was just getting ready to tell you guys I didn't like it because I couldn't tell if the mist was on my face. But yeah, it really did blur my forehead and this right here looks seamless. So 10 out of 10. Next we have the Lorac Pro Loose Setting Powder. I think this is nice. I mean, I wasn't blown away by it by any means, but it is nice. I don't feel like it really like super brightened up my under eye, but it is a nice under eye setting powder. Like, it looks nice. I definitely wouldn't use it for my whole face though, but I think it looks really pretty. Maybe with like a little bit more color to my skin, it would brighten up a little bit, but because I'm like kind of fair right now, it didn't really do as much brightening as I would like it, but it is a nice under eye setting powder, and a lot of setting powders don't work for my under eyes, so this one did. We have the Huda Beauty Demi Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Feminist. Love the shade. It's kind of like a peachy nude. I usually go for like pinky nudes or straight nudes, so this is a nice switch up. I kind of wish it dried down, but it is really pretty. It kind of just looks like a lipstick. So, and one swipe was like my whole mouth. I just added a little bit because I just wanted to see, but I do like the applicator. I like the color and I just like how it looks in general. This is probably my favorite thing because it's amazing. Oh my gosh. This is the Viseart palette neutral matte eyeshadow palette. I love this. Like, as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna look to see if they have one that's more like wearable colors, I guess you would say, more like daytime kind of. Although I do think I could use like the top row during the day. I just want something maybe with like a cream and like lighter shades. Ooh, maybe even a cool tone palette would be cool. We'll see. We have the It Superhero Mascara. It's okay. Not my favorite for lower lashes, but it's not terrible. Then we have the Ace Beaute Lip Liner. The shade Be Peachy. Love this. Creamy, super easy to apply. Love the color of it. The Tarte eyeliner pencil thing with the liquid felt tip and the pencil. I like the felt tip a lot. This is the double take eyeliner, by the way. Not a big fan of the pencil eyeliner. Maybe it would be nice to like smoke out on the lower lash line. It kind of has that feeling like it wouldn't stick in the waterline either. So I don't know about that. I'm not a big eyeliner wearer in the first place, but I do really like the felt tip side. Next we have the Milk Makeup Highlighter in the shade Blitzed. I love this. I think it's pretty. I didn't think I'd be able to wear it being this kind of fair, light skin tone. Not really fair, light skin tone, but it's gorgeous. I love it. I think it would look really nice on like medium to tan skin tones as well, and it's unique. Then I have the Laura Mercier Blush. I love this too. Like, I was kind of scared. Like I said, I thought it would look better if I was tan, but it looks pretty good. This is in the Kir Royale shade. Not sure. I'll have everything linked in my description box, but I love this. This was like an underdog for sure. I didn't know if I would like it. Then the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I really like this too, but it is really pigmented. I'm gonna use it though, but it's super pigmented, so I definitely think it's worth the money. Last two things is the Too Faced Plump and Prime. I'm 50-50 on because I don't know if it was this or a mixture of this and my moisturizer that kind of made my makeup come off, my foundation come off. But if that's the case, I'll probably just use it as skincare. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments so I just know. If not, I'll just continue to try it out and see if it was this or not. But I mean, it smells nice, it went on nice, it felt nice on the skin, so I hope it's not that. Then we have the Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel. This is okay. I would probably pass though. Out of everything I tried out, this would be the thing that I would probably pass on. Yeah, just not my favorite. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I tested out some new high-end makeup products. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.